am Mrs. Visalaji, working as a social teacher in Trinity Matriculation High Secondary School. In this session, we are going to see 6th Standard History. Unit 4, Ancient Cities of Tamilagam. Come to the lesson. It is a government higher secondary school repudiating the greetings of the students of 6th standard. The social science teacher signal then to get seated. Now teacher asks, "Wow, you look pretty in your new dress, Tamilini." And Tamilini's friend told, "Ma'am, today is her birthday. Wish you many more happy returns of the day, Tamilini." Teacher wish her. "Thank you, ma'am." Now teacher, "Okay children, shall we start today's class from Tamilini's birthday?" And some other students ask, "How come, ma'am? What is the connection between Tamilini's birthday and today's class?" Now teacher told, "There is. I shall come to that later. Let us stand up and wish her first. Happy birthday, Tamil." Thank you all, Tamilini's birthdays. Teacher, "Tamil, is Chennai is your hometown?" Tamilini said, "No, ma'am. My hometown is Kavadu near Karur." Now, teacher, "Good. Do you have the habit to visiting your hometown?" "Yes, ma'am. Every summer I visit my hometown." Now, teacher, "Excellent. Can you tell me the difference between Kadavur and Chennai?" "Kadavur is a village, Chennai is a city." Now teacher told, "Excellent. Can you tell what were the earliest planning cities of ancient India?" Now students told, "Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, ma'am." "Yes, very good children. Today we are going to start about the ancient town of Tamilagam. They are Pumbuhar, Madurai, Kanji. Shall I start?" "Okay, ma'am," all the students happily say. See, we have started today's lesson with Tamilini's birthday. Yes, ma'am. Teacher, like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro in ancient India, there were famous towns in ancient Tamilagam too. Madurai, Kanji, and Pumbuhar are prominent among them. Now, Pumbuhar. Pumbuhar is one of the oldest town in ancient Tamilagam. This is the place where well-known characters of Silappatikaram, Kovalan and Kannagi lived. It was also the port town along the Bay of Bengal. The port were established for facilitating maritime trade. Even in times past, countries began to export the surplus product and import the commodities by sea. Pumbuhar is one such historical that emerged in the wake of increasing maritime trade. Now, Pumbuhar Port. Pumbuhar was also known by names such as Puhar and Kaviri Pumbattinam. It served as a port of a early Chola kingdom. One of the popular Sangam literature, Pattinam Palai and Tamil epics, Silappatikaram and Manimehalai have refers to the bricks seaborne trade that took place in the port city Puhar. Now, Silappatikaram. in particular speaks about the greatness of Pumbuha. The lead female character of Silappadiharam is Kannahi. Her father, Manigan, sea trader, are known by his name Manikan. The male character, Kovalan's father, is Masudevan. That means a big trader. It is clear from the text that Pumbuha was a place where big traders and sea traders had settled down. Numerous merchants from foreign countries such as Greece and Rome at Pumbuha. Due to busy and continuous trade, many of them started on identity in Pumbuha. There are evidence of foreign settlements in the town. People speaking many languages inhabited Pumbuhar in its glorious days. As loading and unloading of ships took some months, the foreign traders began to interact with the local people during that period. This enabled the natives to learn foreign language for communication. Similarly, the foreigners also learn Tamil to communicate with the natives. This connect facilitates not only exchanging of goods but also languages and ideas resulting in cultural blending. The author of Patinampalai, Kadavur Uttarataranganaar belonged to 2nd century. Horses were imported by sea. Pepper was proceeding through the land route. Gold that came from Vadamale was polished and exported to the overseas countries. Sandal from Western Ghats, pearls from Southern Sea, coral from eastern ports, and food items from Elam were imported. Pumbuhar had been built differently from other towns. Each social group had a separate settlement. Streets were broad and straight, dotted with well designed houses. There was also a dotyak. Pumbuhar was a busy port up to 200 AD. It might have been either washing away by sea or destroyed by big stowaways. The remains of the distinguished can still be seen in the present Pumbuhar town. Now, Madurai. Madurai has been one of the oldest city in India. Its antiquity can be understood from the Sabicute Sangam Valatha Nagaram it has earned. Pandyas, the Cholas, and later the Kalavaras ruled Madurai in the ancient period during medieval times. Later Cholas and later Pandyas, followed by the Nayaks, ruled his historical town. This has resulted in cultural blending. Trade flourished, and evidence for this has been unearthed in archaeological excavation done in Keeladi near Madurai. Madurai is popularly associated with Tamil Sangam, which worked for the promotion of Tamil language. 49 poets were associated with the last Sangam. Harley, fragrant wood was brought from Port Tondi to Madurai. King Solomon of ancient Israel imported pearls from Uvari near Pandian port, Korkai. A mint of Roman coin was presented at Madurai. The coin of other countries were also minted at Madurai, which is the proof of the glories of Madurai. A frame of Madurai is attended by the account of a Greek historian Megasthenes, Chanakya, Chandragupta minister, make a mention of Madurai in his book Atsasastra. In the moat around the town, tunnels had been constructed in such a way that even elephants could comfortably enter. Tunga Nagaram. Madurai had Nalangadi and Alangadi. Nalangadi means day market, Alangadi means evening market. Madurai is known as a Tunga Nagaram. The city never sleeps. Madurai was a safe place where women purchased things from Alangadi without any fear. Kanji, a place of learning, is called school. Several schools were established in a great numbers for the first time in Kanchipuram. Jains studied in Jain Palli and Buddhists studied in Viharas. The greatness of Kanji as an educational center can be understood from the fact that the Chinese traveler Huang Xuang, who studied at Nalanda University, visited Kanji and Kadayai to pursue his further studies. Poet Kalidasa says, Kanji is the best of the towns. Tamil poet Sen Tirunavukkarasar praised Kanji as Kalviyil Karayilla Kanji. Huang Xuang remarked that Kanchi can be counted as one among the seven sacred places like Buddha Gaya and Sanchi. Kanji is the oldest town in Tondainadu. Scholars like Dharmabala, Jodhibala, Sumati, and Bodhidharma were born in Kanchi. Kanchi is also known as a temple city, the famous temple of great architectural beauty. Kailasanatha temple was built by later Pallava king Rajasimha at Kanchi. During the Pallava period, a large number of cave temples were built. The Buddhist monk Manimekalai spent the last part of her life at Kanji speaks highly of that town. Water management played an important role in the agrarian society of those times. Hundreds of lakes were created for storing water around the town of Kanchi. These lakes were well connected with canals. During the later period, Kanji came to be known as a district of lakes. Water management skill of the ancient Tamils can be understood from the construction of Kallanai in the Chola period and the lakes and canals in Kanchi. Apart from Pumbuha, Madurai, Kanchi, there were the other towns too in ancient Tamilagam. In Korkai, Venchi, Tondi, Urayur, Musiri, Mamalapuram, Tanjai are some of them. By conducting archaeological research, more information can be gathered about these places. In this lesson, we learn Madurai, Kanji, and Pumbuhar are famous towns in ancient Tamilagam. We know about the life of the people of Pumbuhar by reading Silapadhiharam and Pattinam Palai. Madurai is associated with the three Sangams. Kanji was an educational center. Many great scholars were associated with it. Kanji, known as a city of temple, was also known for water management.